Welcome back, viewers. The protest, the anger, and the fight back in Kolkata is only intensifying. Why do we not? And why can we never trust a person like Mamata Banerjee? Mamata Banerjee is not a person to be trusted ever, especially in cases of crime against women. And the reason is because she has shown time and time again that she stands firmly against the victims of sexual assault and rape and gang rape and murder. She's proven that she will make the most cruel, insensitive statements against the victims of rape and gang rape and murder, and all of those who are seeking justice and all of those who fight back. Whenever it comes to cases like this, she stands with the accused and with the mafia, and she stands against the people and against the victims. You will be shocked, ladies and gentlemen, to hear her words. And if I repeat her words on television tonight, which I will, because I want you to know the kind of mindset she has, then you too will understand why there is a mass uprising against her today. In 2022, when a minor girl was gang raped and killed in Nadia in Bengal, and where there were allegations against her own party leader's son, among others, these were the words of Mamata Banerjee, and I will now quote. This is what Mamata Banerjee said. She said, and I quote, "How do you even know that she was raped? My police are yet to find out the reason for her death. I had asked them," unquote. But she didn't stop there. She wanted to hurt the victim further. She wanted to send a message to all victims of gang rape and all families of those whose daughters are raped, gang raped and murdered, that she will stand with the accused and against the victims. And therefore, to insult the minor girl who had been gang raped and killed, she said, and I quote, these are her words, quote, "Was she pregnant?" Remember, ladies and gentlemen, she's talking about a 14-year-old girl. Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister, asks whether the 14-year-old victim of gang rape and murder was pregnant. So she says, and I quote Mamata again, she says, "Was she pregnant? Or did she have a love affair? Or was she sick?" Even her family knew it was a love affair. "If a couple is in a relationship, how can I stop them?" Unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee describing a 14-year-old victim of gang rape and murder. A 14-year-old child, ladies and gentlemen. The way she attacked a 14-year-old child who had been gang raped and murdered, that was her mentality then, this is her mentality now. These were the exact words of Mamata Banerjee. The girl who had been gang raped and killed by 3 men. She was just 14 years old. Mamata Banerjee brutally attacked her. And she sent a message to everyone across Bengal that if someone is gang raped and killed or even raped or sexually assaulted, she does not care about them. Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee did not care then, and she does not care now. In 2012, in the Park Street rape case, when a single mother of 2 girls was brutally picked up and raped outside Park Street in Kolkata, Mamata Banerjee had accused the woman of fabricating the incident of rape. She says the woman is making up the whole story that she's been raped. She called it in Bengali, and I quote the words, a quote, "Sajano ghotona," unquote, or a made-up story. Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee is a person who has a track record of accusing women, targeting women, and going after women who have been raped and gang raped and blaming them in every single way. She's blamed a 14-year-old girl for her own gang rape and murder, And she has accused another woman of making up a story of rape. She is a brutal in her approach. Brutal, cruel, insensitive in her approach then, and she's even more cruel and insensitive now because all she cares about is power. Everything for her is simply whether it will affect her effective dictatorship in Bengal. And that is why she has surrounded herself with these English-speaking sycophants who defend her attitude towards cases of sexual assault, rape, gang rape and murder. And that is why neither then nor now can we ever, will we ever trust a person like Mamata Banerjee. I have a continual and deep focus on this case. I want to tell you viewers, Republic Bangla, the #1 news channel in Bengal, is getting a phenomenal amount of support from the people of Bengal and across the country. I applaud the investigative teams of Republic Bangla who have brought all of this to light to national attention. Debate #1 tonight, the lapses. Debate #2 tonight. Of course, we're looking at the lapses, the cover-up, the foul play. But who is she shielding? I feel she's shielding someone. Not just herself of course, but she's also shielding others. Here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. Why did Mamata transfer former RG Corps principal Sandeep Ghosh 12 hours after Abhaya was gang raped? Is the Mamata government using the financial irregularities allegation as a strategy to bring back Sandeep Ghosh into the protective custody of the state? Does the Kolkata police ASI Arnab Datta know and support prime accused Sanjoy Roy? Is Mamata's police therefore totally complicit in the cover-up of the Abhaya gang rape and murder case? Mamata Banerjee, who are you shielding? They run for cover as Republic runs after them. Watch how the Assistant Sub-Inspector of the Kolkata Police runs away from the Republic cameras when asked about his alleged connection with the prime accused Sanjoy Roy. ASI Arnab Datta's nervousness raises serious questions about a possible complicity of Mamata Banerjee's police in the crime. Big allegation by Shuvendu Adhikari says TMC MLA Nirmal Ghosh is involved and should be arrested in the case. BJP demands Mamata Banerjee's resignation over the cover-up. And the deeper the wrath, the louder the protests across the country. This is way beyond politics now. The middle class anger is spilling and spilling and spilling on the streets against Mamata Banerjee. And it is today clear to all of us that there is a clear attempt by Mamata Banerjee to shield both the prime accused Sanjoy Roy and the former RG Corps college and hospital principal, the dubious Sandeep Ghosh. She has wanted it from the start that the Abhaya gang rape and murder investigation should be brushed under the carpet. But unfortunately for her, there are too many fingerprints all over the place. Let's debate.
Lapses. Cover-up. Foul play. An attempt is underway in Bengal to derail the Abhaya gang rape and murder investigation.
Let's begin with the news break #1 that we are getting you is the CBI probe timeline. You may be wondering why exactly is the timeline so very important right now? Because remember, this is the very timeline that basically indicates that there is something amiss as to why exactly an FIR in such a matter would be registered 8 hours later. The details that we are going to take you through. The incident that took place, and after which was around 11:45 in the evening. Remember, this is 3 hours after the body was actually given to the family for the cremation. So you're looking at the case being registered 3 hours after the body is already handed over. The assistant professor of RG Kaur Hospital, Sumit Kumar Tapodar, informed the police around 9:45 in the morning that the body was found in the chest seminar room. Now the CBI suspects that there are several discrepancies in this entire timeline that has been given by Mamata's corpse.
Republic Special Investigating Team has unearthed exclusive details in the case. Here's a breakdown of Republic's deep investigation. A discrepancy has emerged between the timeline given by the CBI and the case diary of Kolkata police. As per the CBI timeline, the police was informed of the body being found at 9:45 am, while the Kolkata police case diary says the police was notified at around 10:10 am.
The link between Anup Datta and this Sanjay is an old link. That is what we are getting in from our sources. Anup Datta yesterday was running like he has participated in some marathon. He was just asked, why are you running? Do you know Sanjay? Do you know Sandeep Ghosh? Are you part of the influential lobby of Police Welfare Board? He didn't answer. He just ran away from there, and the entire sequence is there where he's running and just dodging the questions, just entering, storming into the CBI office.
After questioning, the CBI basically suspects that Sandeep Ghosh was aware of the crime but failed to alert the authorities or file an FIR, claiming instead that the parents were informed. That Sandeep Ghosh has essentially told the police as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation that the parents were already involved. Now what they're looking at, the CBI is looking at only two angles. One, why exactly was the renovation work that was carried out in a tearing hurry? And secondly, why there was no FIR that was registered.
Serious lapses have been found in the investigation by Mamata's police in the Abhaya gang rape case. Top sources have told Republic SIT that Mamata's police did not treat the case as rape and murder. Mamata's police did not keep crime scene intact, and Mamata's police did not cordon off the crime scene. The deeper the rot, the louder the protests. Mamata Banerjee, who are you shielding?
Central Minister, Member of Parliament and BJP Bengal President Sukanta Majumdar is with me. Mr. Majumdar, what, if any, is the complicity of Mamata Banerjee in this? What is Mamata Banerjee in your view? What is Mamata Banerjee's direct role in this, in your view?
See, Arnab, the role of Mamata Banerjee is really suspicious as well as the dubious in this case. From the beginning, the Calcutta police tried to cover up the incident, and they have tried to present the incident as a matter of suicide, and without the involvement or without the instruction of Mamata Banerjee, who is the health minister as well as the home minister of the state. It is quite impossible for police to declare it or inform the parents the incident as a incident of suicide. The authority from the hospital, they have informed the parents by through phone that your daughter committed suicide. Not only so, that the police officials, the Goel, Mr. Goel, who is the CP of Calcutta Police, in his first reaction, after the observing the body, when he came out, and according to him, there was not a single visible external injury sign. But in the post-mortem report, I think all of you have gone through the post-mortem report. In that report, it is clearly mentioned that approximately 15 external injuries are there. Now, Arnab, it is quite impossible for a police officer like Mr. Goel, who is the CP of this Calcutta police, that he could not find any sign of external injury. I think it was their mindset that they would present this incident as an incident of suicide, but when, as an opposition party, BJP started demonstrating, and BJP thus brought this incident on the surface of the media to the media. From that time, police and as well as the Trinamool Congress, they have changed their stance.
So are you saying the cover-up was directly planned by Mamata Banerjee? This whole cover-up was planned, the whole planning, the orchestration of the cover-up was done directly and personally by Mamata Banerjee?
You know, Arnab, I think all of you have the experience of administration of West Bengal, which is done by Mamata Banerjee. The secretary as well as the police officials, they always remain under great pressure. That is the fair psycho. Even I would like to say, I would like to use the term fair psychosis. This fair psychosis, officials are under so pressure that they cannot do anything without the involvement of the Honorable Chief Minister. Especially in this case, it is a matter of, the involvement of both the departments. One is Health Ministry and another is the Home Ministry. Both the ministries are with Mamata Banerjee herself. So, do you feel that is it possible without the involvement of Mamata Banerjee, police would have done these things? I feel they could not do anything without the involvement of Mamata Banerjee. It was the total involvement of Mamata Banerjee, and Mamata Banerjee.
But they will say, they will say this is your guess. They will say, and Kapil Sibal arguing in the Supreme Court said, this is all hearsay, all rumors. Trinamool says there is only one rapist, the matter is solved. Trinamool says matter is solved, there is nothing to find out, there is one rapist, there is nothing to investigate anymore. That is their stance.
See, if you minutely observe the incident, as I have mentioned, in his first statement, the DC, he said that he used this line, that is, no external injury are observable. So, you have the proof. At that time, do you believe that a police officer who is IPS, and after having so many years of experience, is it possible for him to miss those markings on the body of this victim, on the body of the victim? Is it possible for him? So ask the question to the CP of the Calcutta Police, Vinit Goyalji. How could have you missed those signs? According to post-mortem, 15 signs of external.
But then why does the CBI, shouldn't the CBI then call Vinit Goyal for questioning? Should the CBI not call Mamata Banerjee for questioning? Should these two individuals not be investigated?
See, Arnab, what CBI will do, I can't dictate. Because I am a political leader and obviously I am MOS, but there is a demarcation between the political party and our government. The main thing is that if you observe the cases, those are in West Bengal, investigated by the CBI, and in those cases, we can differentiate the cases in two categories. Number one, the cases, those are in CBI investigating, primarily given by the court directly to the CBI, or the other side, the cases which have been transferred from police to the CBI. in such cases, if you observe the result, there is a clear demarcation of even the outcome of those investigations. Those cases which has been transferred from police to the CBI, the CBI could not give any kind of fruitful result.
Now, one question, Mr. Majumdar. I know you're a minister, you can't say everything, but at the same time, BJP leader and your, leader of the opposition in the Bengal Assembly, Shuvendu Adhikari, has said that organs were being smuggled. The girl came to know, and the victim's father has told me I am under pressure. It's a work of many people. The girl came to know. He has also said, why was Nirmal Ghosh, I think referring to the Trinamool leader, why was he waiting in the crematorium, the chief whip? Why was he stopping everyone's entry? Are you questioning Nirmal Ghosh?
Yes.
And what is the allegation here? I'm not understanding. What is the allegation against Nirmal Ghosh, chief whip, Trinamool leader, one? And B, what is this whole angle about organ trade, which is a hypothesis being put forward?
See, if you observe the way in which the girl was murdered, the lady doctor was murdered, it was not only the rape and the murder, but also the murderers, maybe one, maybe more than one, we feel it is more than one, they have actually they have exposed themselves. They have a great anguish against that girl. They have a great hate against that girl. After doing so, they have also they have broken the windshield of the car, which was the personal property of that lady doctor. So these things provide a proof that it is not only the rape and murder, simple rape and murder case. Much more things are there. And the involvement of TMC is there. Even now you are showing one police officer is running down to escape from the media.
Yes.
So that police officer he is from my district. I know him very good, and I should call him a TMC leader rather than a Kolkata police officer. Today I have tweeted his photograph with local TMC leaders, and that leader even has the allegation of rape against him. So this is the nexus. Ask anyone in the Shastra Bhavan, that is the headquarters of the Health Ministry of West Bengal, who is Dr. SPD. He is the main man who is running the Health Ministry. He is very close to Mamata Banerjee. You just do the investigative journalism and ask Mamata Banerjee why, for the daughter of this man, this SKD, Dr. SKD, by the meeting of a cabinet, one post was created in the PG hospital, that is SSKM, most premier hospital of the state. That post was created for daughter of that man only. Only single post has been created by the cabinet meeting for that woman only, who is the daughter of this doctor, Dr. SPD.
Yeah.
Several nexus, this nexus is running several corrupt things in the health ministry, and Mamata Banerjee has a very close relation with this man. I don't want to say much more things about that relation, because our chief minister, she is our chief minister, and I feel that dignity. I have the respect for every woman. So whether anyone having any kind of relation in his personal life, I don't want to interfere with it.
Shukanto Majumdar, thank you. This is a continuing investigation, and we are covering the story live on the Republic Media Network and Republic Bangla. Thank you, Shukanto Majumdar. And on my panel is Charu Pragya of the BJP, Advocate Firoz Edalji. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shantarup De is an NMO member and MD Psychiatry. He is joining us from Kolkata. He's a doctor protesting in this matter. We have Anirban and Niladri backing the TMC. Advocate Firoz Edalji, to you first. You handled cases like this before. I started the program today by talking about the case in Nadia, when Mamata Banerjee had brutally attacked a 14-year-old girl, saying she was having a love affair, when the fact is that she was gang raped and murdered. Where does the case stand right now? You are also the lawyer in the case. Where does the case stand right now in your view, in terms of evidence and the leads?
As far my was a public interest litigation, and we had moved the public interest litigation 2 years back, and we had brought about the scientific evidence which was not available at that point of time, which only could have been done by the CBI, and that's why the case on the same day was transferred by this honorable court to the CBI for investigation. To understand this particular case, you have to go back to 2006. There was a movie called Raghavan, which Arnab, I think you are well aware of, where Kamal Hassan had acted. And in that movie, it was with regard to the death of a doctor. And there are striking similarities between that case and this particular case. Now, with regard to your last question that was given, whether Vineet Goyal can be called for investigation by the CBI, let me tell you, with regard to the Rizwanul murder, or later on said to be suicide, the then Commissioner of Police, Prasoon Mukherjee, was interrogated by the CBI. So if there is a precedent that he can be called in for interrogation by the CBI. Now, why do I say this about Vineet Goyal? Now, there has been a massive cover-up, massive cover-up, and I'll tell you why. There's a section 33 in the BNNS, that is the new form of the CRPC. Under the section 33(4), whenever a murder takes place, it is the duty bound of the person concerned who comes across that in the beginning to immediately inform the police, and on the basis of that information, an FIR has to be lodged. If it is not done, there's the punishment under the BNS under section 211. Nothing was done. They say that we were waiting for a complaint from the family. At least that is what they said in court. And that complaint came in after the body was burnt at 11:45 in the night. It is the experience of any lawyer who practices in the Calcutta High Court that there are thousands and thousands of cases where the Kolkata police and the West Bengal police, they on their own lodge suo moto cases. Why in this case no suo moto case was lodged by the Kolkata police? And for this, Vineet Goyal himself is responsible. On the 15th intervening night, when Vineet Goyal went to the hospital after it was ransacked, the main purpose was to ransack the place of occurrence, which never happened. Then Vineet Goyal gave an interview. In the interview, he says that if any of my police officers are involved, then you prosecute them under 201 IPC. This Vineet Goyal does not even know that IPC was repealed on the 31st of June 2024. And it was now the new section is 238 of the BNS.
I get that, but you know, the point is
now whether
the focus is now on two people. One, as you rightly mentioned, Advocate Feroz Adalji, Vineet Goyal. The second person, coming to you, Charu, is Sandeep Ghosh. For me, the person backing Vineet Goyal, whose role is under grave suspicion, is Mamata Banerjee. And the person who's given Sandeep Ghosh a complete clean sheet, day one, is Mamata Banerjee. So the prime suspect, in a way, whose role should be clear, what has she been up to, is Mamata Banerjee. Charu, I mean, it's quite clear to us. We can't, we can't not make that point very clear here.
Absolutely, Arnab. Good evening. And it's unfortunate that we are still 12 days after the gang rape and murder of the doctor, still discussing this and still nowhere further on the investigation. I have some very quick but very important points I want to raise here, and hopefully your channel will be able to look into these as well. One, repeatedly we are hearing this was a case of gang rape. Looking at the injuries on the victim's body, there were 16 external injuries, 9 internal injuries. She was strangled, suffocated to death. In spite of all of that, in spite of it being called a gang rape again and again, we've not even heard the name of a second suspect. It's 12 days today. There is no second name, and that is thing. The second point, which is pointing fingers at everybody, from the police commissioner to the ex-principal, is that it was written off as an unnatural death. A victim found particular state is unnatural death. Why did you immediately say that it was a murder? The body was kept away from the parents of the victim for 3 long hours and quickly cremated. What were you trying to hide? Mamata Banerjee was intent on keeping the investigation away from CBI for a whole week. It's only thanks to the High Court that the investigation moved to the CBI. What were you going to do for a whole week? You were obviously not coming up with more names of accused. So you were probably busy erasing some kind of evidence. And that is clear that instead of sealing the crime scene, instead of keeping it clean and empty of people, you called in renovators. What was the need for any of that to happen? And the last thing, the coffin on the nail, was when protesters took to the street. There is a TMC minister who says, if you point fingers at my government, your hands will be chopped off. Did Mamata Banerjee take any action against this minister?
I really think
was any kind of an outrage shown? And this continues from that day till date. It continues, and every single time I read about what the autopsy is saying, it breaks my heart. I get goosebumps, and I really don't know how the parents of the girl are coping, and how a chief minister who's coincidentally the only woman.
No, I give all, but Charu, you know what is...
She did it for Sandesh Khali. There is victim shaming. There is protecting of the accused.
She's done it too many times. Again. She's done it too many times. Mamata Banerjee is an expert at attacking victims of rape and gang rape, and supporting people who carry out alleged gang rape and rape. She always stands against the victim. She always stands with the mafia. This is a track record. That is all that matters to her. But I must say today that we must be proud of many independent voices who are fighting back. One of them is Dr. Shantarup Dey. He's a student of the Medical College in Kolkata, where Sandeep Ghosh was transferred to after the incident of RG Kaur. He has raised names involved. He has questioned the role of the Trinamool Congress. I'd like him to give his view tonight and on where the fight stands. Are the doctors still united? Are they still fighting back? And is there pressure on them? Dr. Dey.
Good evening to all. And actually from the day one, it's very much clear that Abhaya case is not only a gang rape case or not only a general rape case. It's a pre-planned, cool-minded murder. So from the day one, it's been proven that the administration want to shield the whole incident scientifically, cool-mindedly. For that cause, the CP of West Bengal, not a general constable or ASI or SI rank, a CP of West Bengal is doing such a blunder regarding this whole incident. And not only that, including me and the other protesters who are protesting in social media or in front of media or in offline, any type of protest, the TMC goons, political goons, are literally doing the harassment and giving the live threats in social media and going to door. I have so many proofs regarding this scenario. And from the day one, I have repeatedly said that the TMC political party who have said that this is apolitical, this is apolitical. No, actually, this is not apolitical. This is directly political, and from the day one, they are trying to making the political scenario in an apolitical scene. But this is actually the fact. This day one, from the day one, it's political. Day one, it's a cool-minded, it's a murder, and it is done by the administration, and it is sealed by the administration, and it's very much clear by the doctors that the doctor-student will go to the academic section, but the doctors who are in the hospitality sections were very much clear, decided that we will not participate in the hospitalizations and we will show our protest until we get the justice, because just today is the 13th day, and now up to this 13 days from the Abhaya case, already there are more than 12 rape murder already happened. So this is already proven that this government is totally failure to give us protection, and this government is totally, we are proud, we are Bengali, that Mamata Banerjee is only the single chief minister in India who is female. But this is our very much unlucky we are that this female chief minister is very much failure to give us the protection, to give our lady the protection, to give our mother the protection. This is very much unlucky for us. Once a time there is a sentence that what Bengal thinks today, the world thinks tomorrow. But this is the day where it says that the Bengal thinks the world do not want to see it tomorrow. This is very much unfaithful, and I think this is shameful for all the Bengalis, and we are very much clear that our protest will continue until we get the proper justice and until it's unmasked all the total propagandas behind the scenario. This is very much clear, our statement.
Excellent. Dr. De, is it clear to you, Anirban and Niladri, that all the pressure tactics have not worked? One, that the Mamata police is totally exposed.
Very clear.
Completely and totally exposed. And I think that it will be better for your government to come out and confess about the role that you have had in the cover-up rather than get exposed even more. An admission of guilt, perhaps. Because... yes, Niladri.
Assuming whatever is being said, but not admitting that it is true, assuming that whatever is being said against the government is true, it is also a fact which you cannot ignore that the CBI is in season of the matter from the last 170 hours. And let us please understand that let the CBI show that what they have done in the last 170 hours.
No, one point.
We assume,
Niladri, the crime happens in the early hours around 3 o'clock or so. 1 minute.
But what is the
CBI the crime happens at about just 1 minute. 1 minute. Why did you cover it up? Why did you tell me what was your interest? Your state government's interest, Anirban, in covering it up. Why, when the incident happens around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, the body is allegedly found at 7:30, the police is involved only at 10 o'clock, giving enough time to clear the evidence. Then the parents receive a call from the hospital at 10:53, Charu, which is more than 3 hours after body is found, when the cleanup is done, when the evidence has been tampered with. Right? Why did you do this? Why did you, as in why did your state government do this? And then you made the parents wait for 3 hours to see their daughter. Then the FIR for rape and murder is lodged more than 12 hours later. Yes, Dr. De? Put the grid on the voting. Yes, Doctor.
Including today, police has been enlisted that the body is... They have written that the body is not body.
See,
the unconscious doctor, the unconscious person. They didn't have it submitted. There is dead body. There is rape.
You didn't know? Hospital authorities don't know a dead body when they see one?
Including the report they are selling.
Yeah. So Anirban, why? Why did you do all this? Tell me. Confession time for you people.
Okay.
Can I add a question, please, Arnab?
Let me be the bearer of bad news that this silly narrative filled with lies and misinformation will not stand the ground if you are really
No. I'm going to put you right here, sir. This is not
really need to do much.
1 minute. You can't get away with using words like that for something that has happened in such a horrific, demonic manner.
This kind of politically malicious.
Politically malicious. Arnab, please allow me to come in. He cannot speak like this.
Let him reply.
Malicious was your response to the gang rape and murder. That is what malicious is. Silly is your defense of it on national television right now.
No, we understand. We are not giving any defense to anyone. We are not giving any defense to anyone. We are also concerned with justice for Abhaya as much as our only point is don't politicize the issue. Don't politicize the issue.
Please add two valid questions.
The CBI has taken the most premier investigating agency. The case has taken all the investigation. Let them investigate. And if the guilty is found, even if it is our people also,
don't give me templated replies. They will not work. Advocate Firoz Adalji is on the debate as well along with Charu. Charu is coming in with an intervention right now.
Charu. Please get 10 seconds.
Yes.
May I?
Yes, you may.
So Kendu Shekhar Roy, when he said the police goofed up, you served a notice on him. He had to go to the High Court to quash it. Shantanu Sen, your spokesperson, When he said something has gone wrong here and we need to introspect, you kicked him out. He is no longer a TMC spokesperson. A 18-year-old girl, Kirti Sharma, was arrested only for merely raising her voice against this gang rape and murder. That is your reaction. Please, and I will request you, right now, don't use words like silly on a case this terrible. You have done a horrible job, a shoddy job of covering up. You have done a shoddy job of protecting the women of Bengal time and again. I'm quoting your own people with names to you.
Okay.
And I want to know what action taken against Minister Gua. Please tell me that.
No reply, ladies and gentlemen. Today, completely quiet and silent. Ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do. Television, I believe, is a transparent medium, Charu. I've been on it for long enough to know that. Today, viewers, take a very close look at the two people on the right-hand side of your screen. Supporting the Trinamool Congress, supporting Mamata Banerjee. There's a sense of guilt they have because they know that what is going on is unforgivable.
It is not like that.
I completely understand. You're also a human being, hopefully. You're also a human being, and I can understand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind some details I want to tell you about the vandalized room. The crime scene was not intact. The crime scene was not cordoned off. There are serious lapses in the police probe, we are being told by CBI sources. And now I'm joined by Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya. I'll thank this panel now. Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya, very senior lawyer, member of parliament, and Abhaya's lawyer for the victim in the case. Mr. Bhattacharya, good evening. This is Arnab here. I hope you can hear me clearly, sir.
Good evening.
Mr. Bhattacharya, we want to know, the whole country wants to know every single detail of what the real story is. As much as you can open up about what really has happened in this case to our viewers.
What really has happened has to be investigated upon and to be disclosed by CBI. But from the very point of the murder of the person and thereafter the echo is coming.
No problem. I'll adjust that. Please continue, sir. We can hear you very clearly. Yes, sir. We'll reduce the echo. Yes.
You see, the first phone call was received by the parents at around 10:30 in the morning saying that your daughter is unwell. When the parents inquired, what is the illness you are talking of? No answer. After half an hour, one assistant superintendent called them, said that your daughter has committed suicide. Then they rushed to the hospital. They were not allowed to see the dead body then. They kept waiting after about 3 hours. Then they say she was killed and the inquest was made. They were asked to sign the inquest report. Unfortunately, this murder was happened in the hospital premises, and the victim was a on-duty doctor. She had on duty for 36 hours, then went to take rest. The hospital authorities was maintaining a very good silence, keeping quite surprising silence. There was no complaint from the hospital authorities. How come this happened? There was a police outpost inside the hospital. They got the information, they pass on the information to the local Thana, and that also took 20 minutes. It's a matter of few seconds from a police outpost to the Thana. And the Thana people, instead of rushing to the spot to start investigation, primary investigation, they had called for the homicide. All these things, all these dots, if you really join, there is a huge doubt that the investigating agencies, maybe under the aegis of the principal of the Rajikot College, wanted to hide something. And this was very unfortunate. The doctors were there, they could very well see the body and come to the conclusion this was not a case of suicide, but a murder. But they wanted to misguide the parents by saying suicide. These issues we took to the Honorable High Court. Honorable High Court on 13th at 3 p.m. handed over investigation to the CBI. In the meantime, the principal of the college, who on record said that I am resigning from government job, taking moral responsibility. And then again he was posted as principal medical college in the evening. Therefore, a person who has resigned from the government job, his resignation was not accepted. On the contrary, he was given a prize posting. These are the observations of the High Court Calcutta and at the same time observation of the Honorable Supreme Court. And more interestingly, if you connect the dots, at 3 p.m. CBI was handed over with the investigation. At the 5 p.m. the information comes that some portion of the place of occurrence is being destroyed. The students and the youth who have been demonstrating over there, they could resist it. And then the destruction of wall was stopped. What was the urgency in that point of time, except the tendency or the attempt to destroy the evidence? The scene of murder is not only where the body was placed, it must be the surroundings. Therefore, they wanted to destroy the evidence. And we had complained to the Honorable Supreme Court that even after, on the High Court, even after the appointment of CBI, within 3 hours, the authority was found to be very active in the attempt to destroy the evidence. This is the situation, and more dangerously, the Honorable Chief Minister made a speech at 4 o'clock on 14th that you have been demonstrating for the last 3 days, now it's my turn. I shall go to the street. I will complain and demonstrate. And at the midnight, there was vandalism in the hospital. It was well-organized vandalism by TMC. They wanted to scare out the demonstrators who were the students, youths, the women, and the interns. And in the mood of destroying the structures of the demonstrators, they went on destroying the emergency of the hospital, destroying the ENT department of the hospital, went up to the 3rd floor. Incidentally, they could not reach the place of occurrence, and the police was just an onlooker.
Do you, Mr. Bhattacharya, sorry to interrupt you here.
Therefore,
sorry to interrupt you. I want to have a follow-up question with you. Mr. Bhattacharya, do you suspect the involvement of some big names? Because everything that you have described, some of which we are aware of, such as saying that your daughter is ill, then saying your daughter has committed suicide, then saying she has been killed, all seems, and then the entire Trinamool Congress saying one person has carried out the crime, no more than one person. You know, the whole focus seems to be to say that only Sanjay Roy is involved, there is nobody else. Yes. Whereas even the body was cremated in a hurry. And now we are told a big Trinamool politician was there at the crematorium also to make sure this happens. Do you see the involvement of some bigger names, a bigger conspiracy out here in this case?
Absolutely so. That's the suspicion in the mind of the parents, that's the suspicion in the mind of any reasonable persons of ordinary prudence. Otherwise, if you go on just connecting the dots, you will find there was a definite attempt to see that somebody is well screened, somebody is not brought in forward, that is admitted with the events which you have collected. And if the investigation is done properly, I am sure names would come out.
Somebody politically significant or with political connections, is that what you fear or suspect?
There's no doubt about it that that person must have connection with the political power in the ruling dispensation.
Mr. Bhattacharya, also yesterday, Asghar Ali, I don't know if you know him, he was formerly with this, Akhtar Ali said there was an organ trade going on, there is a corruption going on, there is a scam of biomedical waste. And most shockingly, he even said that there was a scam in which unclaimed dead bodies were being sold for a profit. So there is a huge scam possibly running into hundreds of crores in that hospital or maybe around that figure. Is that also something that, you know, the victim's family fears she may have known about, for which she was targeted so brutally?
Yes. Yes, so. Otherwise, you see, what prompted the government to fix up the responsibility with a single individual? He was transferred before. He did not accept the order of transfer. He had he has padlocked his office room, and the transferred doctor could not take charge. he was again brought back with all glory. And he continued to stay there for years together. And his silence, stoic silence in regard to the murder and reporting to the police speaks aloud of it.
And ladies and gentlemen, Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya is the lawyer for the victim. He's revealed a lot of facts here tonight. We must thank him for standing with the victim's family and for speaking to us this evening. Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya, thank you so much. Thank you for speaking to me. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, a section of the media has used this as an opportunity to fight the case for Mamata Banerjee. I don't have to name them. You know who they are. They're asking whether there's politics in this case. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, these are the same people who in 2012, when we were all fighting for Nirbhaya, had defended the Congress government then. When Rahul Gandhi was hiding and not speaking about it for a couple of weeks, even then they said, is there politics in the case? Keep that in mind, and when I come back, more details of this very strong investigation we are on.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.